Yo, I got something really dope I want to share with you that I'm learning about building your online influence, so your messaging ecosystem, and making money online. I only made 37,000 and some change last month online, and I made probably another 10,000 in my service business. So I'm trying to do 100 grand a month, and I'm gonna hit it because of what I'm learning. So it's called QERs, quantifiable end result, and then unique mechanisms. I've been reading books like the 16-page sales letter and diving into the much higher levels of marketing about building proprietary language. And so one of my best friends, Joshua Latimer, he's made millions online. And somehow, luckily, I get to be one of his best friends, and he sits on the phone with me and coaches me through all this stuff. This dude is he's the type of guy that's made $400,000 on stage in 30 minutes. I watched him with my eyes. He's a genius. But anyways, so I get very frustrated in my business when I'll prepare and build and launch something and it either fails completely or doesn't make as much money as I thought it would. My launches make anywhere from $7,500 when I'll do a webinar and launch a product, all the way up to $12,500, 13 grand. And then I've made like, I don't know, 18 to 23,000 on a Black Friday, selling a bunch of my online courses and programs. I do one-on-one coaching and consulting, and I'm pretty much stuck at about, I don't know, 300,000 a year in my online business. I don't know who you are, but that you might be watching this and be like, oh my God, that amount of money would change my life. How do I do that? And you also might be like, you're only making 300K. Next, why would I even listen to this guy? I want to listen to a guy who's making $3 million a month. Okay, so whatever. So a lot of the bull crap you hear online, it's like, how are you supposed to listen to a guy who's making millions and then go all of a sudden apply that? I know what I'm saying. Listen to me here. Of course, the guy who's making millions, when he speaks, there's not only way more calibrated certainty and authority, he also might have the Rolex and the Lamborghini and the big house behind him and videos of him speaking on stages and all the authority that's real. So how the hell so it might land differently when you say the same stuff. But here's what I learned. If you have a quantifiable end result that you can promise in a unique mechanism, you could basically be the anti-guru. It's like the guru positioning trifecta. I'll talk about that later. Brandon Burchard talks about that. So here it is. I'm not the guy, but I discovered this unique mechanism. It's a lever that I can pull through tons of trial and error and failure. I learned that this thing, when I do this specific thing in this specific way, it gets me this QER, a quantifiable end result. It gets me a result. And this unique mechanism, you're going to name it with proprietary language. I'll break this down in a second. It's no respecter of persons. It doesn't matter if you're tall or skinny or black or white or short, or I already said that, or skinny or wide. This method works. It's no respecter of persons. So what does that do? If you tell your audience that you're building that you can, or even in your marketing, you can promise them, hey, that's so weird. Someone just drove past on a Mercedes and their frickin' license plate said Lucifer on it. Anyways, why did I say that in the video? Because now the algorithm's going to pick it up. So stupid. We went and saw the Deadpool 3 movie last night, and it's like, the movie is highly entertaining. $200 million production, and they have these weird satanic messages in there that just piss me off, bro. Anyways, I'll get back to the point. Because you're like, the quantifiable end result. You say, hey, I discovered this thing. Now, if you just call it something everybody knows what it is, they automatically know what it is. Then as soon as somebody thinks they know what it is, they stop listening to you. They say, oh, I already know what that thing is, and they tune out. But if you name it something weird, something that's genius, they've never heard before, then they're going to stop and go. They think they know it, they know where you're going, and then you start saying this weird proprietary language that they've never heard before, and no matter how smart they are, they have to stop and go, wait a second, what are you saying now? Like, Josh helped me create this thing called the POPP method. Last month, we for real got over 10 million views online. You might not believe it by watching this YouTube channel, because this channel is still growing. It's very small. But with all my other social media, Keith Kalfas on YouTube, Keith Kalfas on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, we got over 10 million views last month online. I have no reason to lie to you. This is real. So basically, I'm a keynote speaker. I spoke on stage all over the country. Go to keithkalfas.com/public speaking. I'll prove it. I don't care. So I go on stage and I'll be like, guys, I made this video. I had no idea what I was doing, but I discovered this thing called the POPP method. And when I did it, at first I didn't even know what I was doing when I discovered it, because of the video. It got 350,000 views and has made me money, right? And then I discovered the POPP method is what I was doing. It was the passion over pressure to peacock, POPP. So if you feel pressure to peacock, like, I can't make this video because I don't have a Lamborghini behind me and a nice watch, and I'm not on stage, I'm just a normal person, how are you going to believe me? Your passion about what you're talking about overrides the pressure to feel like you have to peacock, right? We're creating a whole online program about this right now called Monetize Your Message. Me and my executive assistant and my team, we're building out the proprietary language I'm talking right now. One of them is POPP method. And I teach you the POPP method, specifically how to do it, how to take out the phone. I teach you the methodology, the framework, and the modality, basically the way of doing it, to actually speak with your voice and tell a story with your phone, upload it to YouTube or Instagram or wherever. And just by the way that I teach you to do this, it's just Michael Hagg's The Hero's Two Journeys. It's a very specific script that you follow this framework. And it's real. You're just talking about your life and what you've learned and what you've discovered. Just hang with me. And when you say it in this specific way, in this sequence of steps, it highly increases the chances, just like a hit Hollywood movie is going to become a hit, because they have these pro screenwriters come in and analyze the script and the story, and to make sure that it's the highest level probability this thing will become a hit. You can do that just on video by the way you speak. And when you add proprietary language with quantifiable end result and unique mechanisms, it sounds complex, but it's easy. You have to, the hard part is you're going to sit down and brain dump and mind map and figure out what you know, what are your skills and your talents, what are you trying to talk about online, what are you teaching, what is your messaging ecosystem, and you got to build the proprietary language and train and condition yourself to speak it on command. And the only way to do it is by making lots of videos and getting good at it and saying these things. And then it starts to come off like right off the tip of your tongue, and then people listen to you are like, whoa. But if you say this thing in this specific way, it highly increases the chance that you're gonna literally make a video that gets 100,000 views. What would that do for your business, for your clout, for your leads, your conversions? I don't care if you're a consultant, if you do group coaching, if you got a landscaping business, window cleaning, pressure washing, if you're a dentist, if you're a therapist, if you do crypto, I don't know what you do. If you do these specific things, it's going to highly increase the chances. Now, of course, there's thumbnail science and strategy. I just hired a new thumbnail artist. I've been through 12 thumbnail artists, and I just hired a new one. This guy's good to make dope thumbnails. You need a great title, all that stuff. It's overwhelming because there's so much that needs to be done. But the most important thing of all is when people click on your content in your video, if what you're speaking grabs them and the identity of that avatar, if it grabs them emotionally and hooks them, hook, story, offer. Like, the thumbnail matters, the title matters, all that stuff. But people are going to bounce if what you say sucks. And if what you say is good and it's compelling and it holds their attention, and they're like, whoa, I don't hear anybody else speaking like this, it's speaking to them, they're going to come back even if you don't have a great thumbnail, right? So what I'm saying is that you want to find all these tricks to game the system. Oh my God, I could go and make a great thumbnail, and I could put other famous people's names and the hashtags, and I could do all these stupid things. They're gimmicks. They don't work anymore. And if it does work and it gets 1 million views, which we've done this stuff, we got a video has 7.4 or 8.4 million views right now on TikTok. Millions of people will come flooding into your content. So when I said I got 10 million views last month, an entire percentage of that is just random people all over the world that aren't necessarily going to buy something from me. It just looks cool and sounds cool when I say it. But I still got 10 million views and I still can sound cool saying it. So there's a percentage of importance of getting a whole bunch of views and doing things. I have a friend who 13 million subscribers on YouTube. I know a lot of like social media people. 13 million subscribers on YouTube. This guy was getting huge checks just from YouTube. And I asked him, I sat on the phone with this guy for hours. I said, bro, how are you getting all these viral videos? And you know what he told me? He said, well, the first thing is you have to make viral videos. You have to set out with the intention. So if you just half-ass it, you're going to get half-ass results. So then the fear and the doubt comes. Oh, why should I put my time and energy into something that I don't know for sure if it's actually going to produce me results and make any money? I know the answer to that. The answer is you have to have some type of main hustle that keeps all your bills paid, and you stack money in the bank and live below your means. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money. And then you lean into something that you're highly passionate about, because you got a line. You got proven and experimental. Proven and experimental. You keep doing the proven stuff while you lean into the experimental stuff. And if you lean into the experimental stuff with full passion, but the experimental stuff is backed and based off of the proven stuff, now you're a creative artist. Like we're probably flying. We're gonna do it. We're flying to Minnesota in 2 weeks to go travel and meet up with these other creators and make dope videos. It's like I'll actually break even financially on it. So I was like, but I understand that by doing this, it's going to open up doors and opportunities. So if you're in a position to travel around the country and go to live events and go to these YouTube things and go to coaching groups, take your hard-earned money out of your bank if you can afford it and buy online courses and coaching consulting programs, invest in group coaching, hire a consultant, go to that live event, get excited again, and develop your own unique methodologies and strategies in a way that you communicate and you say things that when people hear you talk, they're like, whoa, I never heard nobody else talk like this before. And enthusiasm is the carrier wave that packets of information ride on. So if you're like, well, I'm not enthusiastic. Well, the moments you are enthusiastic, you better pull over your truck or your car and make a video, because the enthusiasm is the carrier wave that packets of information ride on. I'm actually meeting my wife, my beautiful, loving wife, and I'm obsessed with my wife, bro. We're about to have our 12-year wedding anniversary. I'm meeting her at Chipotle. That's what she wants to eat. So I say, you know what? I got 10 minutes. I'm going to pull over and make a dope video for you. My name is Keith Kalfas. Hit the subscribe button. I hope that created value for you. Hit the notifications. Let me know below if you want to get on a one-on-one coaching call with me right now while it's still affordable. I keep it the price low because I love talking to people, and it keeps me tactical and sharp. It's keithkalfas.com/call. I'll put a link in the description below, and then look out for my new program, Monetize Your Message. I'm also launching a group coaching workshop too, and planning on possibly doing a live event in Michigan. Hit me up in the comments. Peace.